mic. Lose it.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. With a spot in the Super Bowl on the line, everything is on the line in today's conference championship matchup. It's the Bears going up against the Packers. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who'll be calling tonight's game. As we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's a special. Teams that provide that quick start.
Play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Detroit! Detroit! 3-19! Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going anywhere to start tonight. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his first look is incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Second down now after the incompletion. The slot man in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Taken from just outside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The 20.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. And the D looking like they may blitz. They go play action here on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
And his kick here is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get them out in the flat, and let them have a chance to make people miss an open field.
With a tight end. Fighting through. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for 3rd down.
Leopard. That's Detroit. Set. Green 39. Green 30. Now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic, and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
10 yards still left on second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense. But a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine.
And the ball is knocked out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. To try here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Out of the gun now on third down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the score that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And the defensive penetration there blew that play up and got him 2 points.
How about how they got off at the snap of the football, got upfield into the backfield, and created the big play? That's the key to everything. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Watching that, Marty. Here we go. Blue landed.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go. No, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out second down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk. Listen.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fresh set of downs here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. Finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 1 second left in the half, and now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 63 yards. In the red zone this time.
Here we go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Their big tight end. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Shift together here from the D-line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He'll drop to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
When it's well executed, the wide receiver screen can often be a thing of beauty, but so many things have to go right in order to complete it. Blocking out in front, timing of the quarterback with the receiver, and oftentimes everything gets set, and guess what? They drop the football.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll go to the air here on foot, and he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. And Lambeau will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll drop to throw, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come up in an offset eye. So they're on the 5-yard line here, second down and goal. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Third and goal from the 5. Maybe a little play action situation coming up. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Let's just give credit where it belongs. The defensive front has out-leveraged the offensive guys trying to block them. We often say low man wins in tough situations. That's exactly what's happened here. 3 straight runs, and they haven't been able to get into the end zone.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come up in an offset eye. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there. Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down.
All right, here we go.
But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, what was it, 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Set, 3-19. Back nine up, Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw again. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback.
And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Gun now on third down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go now. 3-19. Go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Throwing left side, it's complete. 14 yards that time for number 14. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this.
Watch left.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And they'll run it here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it.